We want to find out the RMS velocity of gas molecules, and for this we should have some previous knowledge and we have to calculate pretty fast. Otherwise this calculation is very lengthy because it is less physics and more mathematics. It is statistics, so that's why we have to calculate a little bit faster. So first let us see what we have already derived in our previous lessons. So first of all, we have derived the value of e to the power minus alpha, and that is equal to 4 pi n by v into 2 pi square h hat cube and beta by 2 pi n whole to the power 3 by 2. So this one has already derived, and those who have not seen those video, so they are advised to see those respective videos. So here at the top of my channel, or you can say the screen, there is suggestion is given, so you can go to the respective video. And also we have also derived the value of beta. So beta is equal to 1 by kBt, where kB is Boltzmann's constant, and as a whole this function of E, so this is actually occupancy function, so this is derived by Boltzmann specially. So this is e to the power minus alpha plus beta epsilon. So this is called occupancy function. So we have learned these things, and another thing we have learned in our previous class, that the number of particles having energy epsilon is in energy space rho epsilon and the occupancy function. So this is the number of particles having energy epsilon. So this is occupancy function multiplied by the energy space. So if we use the formula of energy space, again those who have not seen those how to find the momentum space, energy space, so they are advised to see this. At the top you can see there is another suggestion, so they can go to that video to find this. Okay, so the energy space is given by V by 2 pi square h hat cube into root under 2m cube root under epsilon m epsilon. So this is the value of energy space into this. So this equal to e to the power minus this thing. So we can write this e to the power minus alpha into e to the power minus beta epsilon. Now we have to put the value of e to the power minus alpha. So the value is this. So I have to calculate it from here. So this equal to v by 2 pi square h hat cube into root under 2 n cube root under epsilon then epsilon multiplied by this thing. So this is our 4 pi n by v and multiplied by 2 pi square h hat cube and again this thing. So I am taking this cube root, this cube inside and making this all over under root. So this will be beta cube by 2 cube is 8. So this will be 8 pi cube m cube root under this. Okay, and lastly we have this function. So this is e to the power minus beta epsilon. So now let us see. So this is the value of e to the power minus alpha. This much is the value of e to the power minus alpha, and this is the value of the energy space in certain volume. So if we see these two, so we can see this thing and this thing is cancelled, and this volume is cancelled. So what we are getting is 4 pi n. So let us write this 4 pi n, and under root we are getting this one and also this one. So this will be under root 2 m cube and beta cube divided by 8 pi cube and m cube. So here also m cube will be cancelled, and the remaining part that we are having is root under epsilon and e to the power minus beta epsilon. So this thing that we are having. So let us check anything, whether anything is missing. Oh yes. So this del epsilon is missing. Okay. So this is the number of particles having energy epsilon. So if we take, so this will be 4 and root of 4 will be 2. So divided by 2, this will be 2 pi n, and this will be beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and this will be root epsilon e to the power minus beta epsilon and del epsilon. Okay. Now this is the number of particles having energy epsilon. Now we have to change this. We have to change this energy space into velocity space. So to do this, what can we do is this: simply energy equal to half mv square. So we are taking arbitrary energy of each particle, that is equal to half mv square. Now if we take the derivative in both sides, so del epsilon is equal to m by 2 is constant, and this will be 2b del v. So this 2 is cancelled, so we are getting del epsilon is equal to mv del v. So we can change this parameter, so we can write del epsilon equal to this thing. So we can change this energy parameter. So this is actually number of particles having energy epsilon. So now we are interested to find number of particles having velocity v. So number of particles having velocity v is 2 pi n, because this is constant, this will not change, and this will be beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and they are root epsilon. So root epsilon is half mv square, so this will be root under m by 2, and this is v. So the v square, the root of v square is v, and this will be e to the power minus beta mv square by 2. Okay, and del epsilon is actually this thing. So this will be mv del v. So this is the value of the number of particles having velocity v. Now this is within the total system. So the system is actually containing total n number of particles. So what is the average velocity of these particles? So that can be given as n v bar. So this is actually 2 pi n divided by total number of particles, and all those functions will remain as it is. So beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2. Now here we can see that this is also m to the power half, and here also m. So m to the power 3 by 2. So we can insert here m, such that this becomes m beta by pi, and the remaining thing is root under 2. So you can give 1 root under 2 here. Okay, and what are the other remaining things? Okay, so this v and this v. So this will be multiplied by e to the power minus beta mv square by 2, and this v multiplied with this v. So this will be v square del v. We have already taken m inside this box. Okay, so this thing, so a and m will be cancelled. So this result is coming the particle having average velocity v, that is equal to root 2 times pi, and this is m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2 into e to the power minus beta mv square by 2, and this will be v square del v. Okay. So we have already derived this in our previous class also, to find the average velocity of gas molecules. Now what is the difference between the average velocity and root mean square velocity? So root mean square velocity is basically, so this is the average velocity of some particle, a group of particles, n number of particles having this average velocity, multiplied by the velocity and their summation. So this gives actually the average velocity. But if we take these statistics, so Vrms is basically this. Vrms equal to summation of, so say some group of particles having velocity v bar and the square of their velocity and the root of this. So we cannot take it in discrete manner, we have to integrate it. But anyway, so this is actually Vrms. So to calculate this, what we have to do, we have to So at first doing the root is difficult, so let us take V RMS square. So you can write that V RMS square is equal to this summation of number of particles having velocity, average velocity V multiplied by V square. So now this summation in discrete way is not possible, so we have to take it the integration in positive sign of all the particles, and the particles are 0 to infinity, so that's why, and this function and this one. Okay. Now the value of n v bar, that is the average velocity, particles containing average velocity, that is this function. So you have to write it. So this is equal to integration 0 to infinity, and this will be root 2 pi, and this is m beta by 5 whole to the power 3 by 2, and this is e to the power minus beta m v square by 2. Here v square, and already we are having another v square, so this will be v to the power 4 and then v. Now notice that, so these terms are constant, so this cannot be integrated, so this will be taken outside the integral. So this will be root under 2 pi, and this is mv by pi whole to the power 3 by 2. So integration, that you have to do the integration of only this part, e to the power minus beta mv square by 2 and v to the power 4 del v. So we have to take the integral of this part. Now let us write this. So suppose this thing is a constant. No, let us do the total thing. Okay. So this is not so much tough. So this is actually V RMS square, and the function we are getting is this one. So how to integrate this? So let us see for any shortest process to integrate this one. Okay, so this can be done in a process. V RMS square is equal to, so this is root 2 times of pi, and this is m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and this is integration. So you just take 1/2 outside. Now why this half is, so if you take half outside here, so you can write this is 0 to infinity, and this is e to the power minus beta mv square by 2, and this can be written as v cube and 2v del v. So that's why I have taken half here, such that this is actually v to the power 4, but we have taken 2v del v, such that 2v del v becomes actually your del v square. So let us take v square equal to z. So if I convert v square is equal to z, so v square equal to, if I take v square equal to z, so what we will get, that 2v del v, so this is equal to del z. So 2v del v will be equal to del z, and all those things will be changed accordingly, and the limit will not be changed because it is from 0 to infinity, and square of 0 is 0, square of infinity is infinity, so the limit will not be changed. So excuse me. So this will be, sorry. So this will be root under 2 pi, and this will be m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2 into half, and integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus, and you can do another thing. Let us take this beta m by 2 as lambda. So let beta m by 2 is equal to lambda. So here we will get some facility. If I take beta m by 2 is equal to lambda, so that means our this part is lambda, so e to the power minus lambda, and v square is z, so this can be written as lambda z, and v cube will be actually z to the power 3 by 2, and 2v del v is actually del z. Okay, so the integration becomes this much. So now taking half here, so this will be pi by root 2, and this will be m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and integration 0 to infinity. So what we are getting, e to the power minus lambda z, z to the power 3 by 2, and del z. Okay. So now we have to integrate this part, and this can be done by integration by parts. So let us do this. This will be pi by root 2, and this is n beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2. So by parts. So at first let us integrate this part. So the integration of this will be e to the power minus lambda z by minus lambda, and this part will be as it is, minus integration of this part, that is e to the power minus lambda z by minus lambda, and differentiation of this will be 3 by 2, and this will be z to the power half, and then z. So this from 0 to infinity. Okay. So for the calculation. Okay. Now if we take here this limit. So if we put infinity here, so this will give you e to the power minus infinity, so the meaning of which is 0, and if we put 0 here, so this z will give you 0. So upper limit and lower limit, so this part will be 0 ultimately. So the remaining part is this one only. So this is pi by root 2 mb by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and this part is 0, and this minus minus is plus, so one lambda is coming outside along with 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 and one lambda is coming outside. Okay, so one lambda is there. Okay, so let me write this little bit clear. 3 pi by 2, and this is lambda, and then the remaining part is m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2, and this part. So this part is integration 0 to infinity e to the power lambda z minus lambda z, and this will be z to the power half del z. Okay. So we have reduced it up to certain extent, but still we have to do something. Now it is not completed. Now here we have to take, let that is actually z root z. So let root z equal to x such that 1 by 2 root z del z equal to del x. So del z will be equal to 2 root z del x. Now as root z equal to x, we can put x here. So we are getting del z is equal to 2x del x. Okay, so we have to change it here, and the value of z will be actually x square, and the limit will not be changing because this is 0 to infinity. Okay, so no problem. So this will be 3 pi by 2 root 2 lambda m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2 integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda, and this will be x square, and z to the power half. So z to the power half is actually your x. So this is 1x, and del z is equal to 2x dx. Okay. So now let us take this is actually 2x squared. Okay. So this one. Okay. So this is x. Okay. So this x and this is 2x. Okay. So now you make it like this, and this is m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2 0 to infinity x e to the power minus lambda x square and 2x del x. Now you see, let us take this is as a first function and this one as the second function. So again integrating by parts, what we are getting is this 3 pi by 2 root 2 lambda, and this is m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2. So integrating by parts, taking this as first, this is as second. So the integration of this part will be e to the power minus lambda x square by minus lambda, because this is 2x del x is actually del x square. So this will be e to the power minus lambda x square and this one into x. So this is the first term minus this part integration by minus lambda and differentiation of x, and that is actually 1 and del x. So this is from 0 to infinity. Okay. So again this part is becoming 0 because we are putting here infinity. So infinity. So if we put infinity, so e to the power minus infinity is 0, and if you put 0, then this part will be 0. So the remaining part is only this part. So this will be 3 pi by 2 root 2. Now see, one lambda will again come out, so this will make lambda square, and this will be m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2. So lambda is taken out, so this will be integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda x square del x. So this is the last integration. So don't worry, this is the last integration. So you have come closer. Okay. Now this integral you have to do it separately. So this is equal to 3 pi by 2 root 2 lambda square, and that is equal to m beta by pi whole to the power 3 by 2 into, I am writing this I, where pi equal to, you are getting integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda x square del x. So for this you have to use Jacobian, otherwise this is not possible. So you have to solve this by Jacobian. So you know Jacobian. So I equal to, we are just changing this variables, so del x, and similarly we can write I equal to integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda y square and del y, because no difference is there, limit is same and all these things are same. So multiplying this, we will get I square, this into this, integration 0 to infinity integration 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda, so power will be added. So this will be x square plus y square, and this will be del x del y. Now let us take x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta, so that x square plus y square becomes r square. So this is 1, and if theta tends to 0, for small angle increment, so theta tends to 0, so x will be nearly equal to r and y will be nearly equal to r theta. So del x will be del r and del y, so that will be r del theta. Okay. Again, for small theta we can say y equal to r tan theta. So y equal to r tan theta. This change we are doing to find the limit. So theta equal to, we are getting tan inverse y by r. Now when y is 0, from actually we are taking, so x and y both are from 0 to infinity. So if we put 0, so tan inverse 0 is 0, and if we take infinity, tan inverse infinity is pi by 2. So making this change in this integral, we will get I square is equal to, so this is theta equal to 0 to pi by 2, and this is r equal to 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda r square, and the del x is actually del r, and del y is equal to r d theta. So put r here and del theta here. So first encompass this and this. So this will give you integration of 0 to pi by 2 this, and this is the integration of r 0 to infinity e to the power minus lambda r square and r del r. Now we have nearly completed this. Okay. So now this will result in, so this I square will result in pi by 2 into, and this result will be half, and integration of this will give you integration 0 to infinity, so this will be 2r dr e to the power minus lambda r square and 2r del r. So this will be del r square basically. So this will be pi by 4, and this integral will be e to the power minus lambda r square by minus lambda. This is from 0 to infinity, which in turn will give pi by minus 4 lambda and e to the power minus lambda r square from 0 to infinity. Now if we put the value of infinity, pi by minus 4 lambda, and this will be e to the power minus infinity, so this will be 0, and minus e to the power 0, so this will be 1. So the value will be pi by 4 lambda. So this is the value of I square, so the value of I will be root under pi by 4 lambda. So this is the value of this integral. Okay, now we have to add all these things and let us see what is the value that we are getting of VRMS square. Okay. So VRMS square is 3 pi by 2 root 2 and here lambda square, and this is just I am writing all those powers taken together, beta to the power 3 by 2 and this is pi to the power 3 by 2 and this is pi to the power half. This is the value of this integral, and this will be 4 to the power half is 2 and this is lambda to the power half. Now here it is pi and here it is pi to the power half. So this is pi to the power 3 by 2 and here pi to the power 3 by 2. So this thing and these are cancelled and we are getting here 3 by 4 root 2. So this is m to the power 3 by 2, beta to the power 3 by 2 and ultimately lambda to the power 2 and 1 by 2, so that is actually lambda to the power 5 by 2. Now recall, we have what we had taken, lambda is equal to beta m by 2. So that we have already considered during doing this. So if I put the value of lambda here, this will be 3 by 4 root 2 m cube beta cube and lambda to the power 5 by 2. So lambda is this thing. So this will be n to the power 5. This will be 3 by 2, and this will be n to the power 5 by 2 and this will be beta to the power 5 by 2 and by 2 to the power 5 by 2. So 2 to the power 5 by 2 is actually 4 root 2. Okay, so this 4 root 2 and this 4 root 2 is cancelled. So here you are getting 3. So m to the power 5 by 2 and m to the power 3 by 2, so this will be only m and this will be only beta. Now as we know that beta is equal to 1 by kBt, so if I put the value of beta, so this will be 3 by m and beta is kBt. So this is the value of VRMS square. So this gives VRMS equal to root under 3 kBt by n. So this is the RMS velocity of gas molecules for a single molecule. This is the RMS velocity of a single molecule. Okay. So this is the lesson, and thanks for watching, and please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more about physics and mathematics. Thank you.